Hey guys, I'm just answering a question from Max Models 4061 in which he asks, is it possible to manually install DAZ Studio content? And the answer is a definite yes. And I'm just going to show you how to do it. So I've just placed an order here for Sebastian for Genesis 8, and this is the page that you get when you've placed the order, and by default it wants you to use the DAZ install manager. I never use that because I want to have copies of this software on my machine. So what you do is, instead of following that route, click up on your account, go to orders, go to the last order, and here's the order here. Sebastian for Genesis 8 mail, and you just click manual download, and now this just enables you to save it to wherever you want to save it. So I'm just going to save that to my Poser folder here, Poser purchases folder. And before I do it, I'm just going to copy this name here, this file name, because whenever I make a purchase, I like to save the image that goes with it. So I'm right clicking on there, pasting that file name in there. Right, so now I've downloaded that manually, and it's just downloading there. It's not very large, less than 100 megs, I think. Let's have a look. 117 megs, that shouldn't take too long. I've got a relatively slow internet connection, 32 megs. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my download here, and I'm just going to open that location. So here's the file here, and it's a zip file, I believe. Yep, zip archive. So I'm going to double click on that, and now I can choose where to install it. And what I'm going to do, you see all DAZ stuff comes in this content folder. I'm going to open that, and there's a reason for that. And I'm going to go to the place that I have my DAZ library. So my DAZ library, I've got a separate library on my D drive, and the program is installed elsewhere. It was installed on D as well, but I had problems with the new installation manager, so I had to install the program on the default drive. So I'm going to go to my DAZ library. I also have that saved as a separate library, so I could just quick go to there. And this is inside the DAZ library now. And I'm going to go to that zip file that I just downloaded here. And what you're going to do is you're going to copy data and runtime into this content folder here, which, if I go into my DAZ library, is that level. So I'm just going to drag these two across, control click to select non-contiguous things. If I press this and then do shift, it will select all three. If I just select the first thing, press control and select that, it selects them individually, ignoring whatever's in between. And I can just drag that across here. Now I've already actually installed this, but I'll do it again just to prove the point. And it's asking me, saying I've got the files there, do I want to install them? And I'm going to say replace them. So I've got the very latest version of that. Now here's the special bit. I have my content organized in quite specific ways. So I'm going to go into my content library, people, Genesis 8, characters, and Sebastian's white. So I'm going to open this that I've just downloaded. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this Sebastian character. Let me just check. Okay, so I've got choices here. I believe this is probably material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this level here, and I'm going to drag this across to the root level. See, I've already done it here. And then I'm going to create this folder Sebastian, and I'm going to drag that across as well. And what that does then is it gives me a separate folder with all of the materials and all of that, and I can go down for the IRA materials or whatever. But it's also going to give me folders organized how I want them. And that's it, guys. That's how you install content manually. Now, if you don't want to break your content up into folders like I've just showed you here, you can just drag it across and it'll install into the default directories, which as you saw was multiple levels down. Let me just find that file again. So their path for this is people, Genesis 8 male, logical so far, characters, same as I would have done. But now it has this vanity folder called Cherubit. And to me, Cherubit tells me nothing. So I would rather have a folder called Sebastian, which is logical, rather than a vanity folder here for the manufacturer name. That means I need to remember the name of the publisher. But if you did just drag it across the whole thing without breaking it into parts, that's obviously quicker. What I could have done is just grabbed all three of those and dragged them in and just dropped them at the root level of up here. Where's my DAZ content? Here, my DAZ library. I could have just dragged all three and just dropped them in here, and that would have worked as well. And then you have to go hunting for wherever that character is. Anyway, guys, hopefully that helps you, and you take care.